This is a blog for Tuesday the 20th of January technique. Okay, so in today's session we were going to be looking at Lamone technique and Cunningham technique and improvisation. So we were doing improvisation and we improvised what we could do on chairs in groups of 3. So I was with Amy and Shanley and we were just told to improvise whatever movements we could, like pedestrian movements, so sitting on the chair differently. And doing different things. So I'm not really good at improvisation at all. I do struggle with improvisation, and the reason why we're doing improvisation was we'd be looking at different things we could do. So there was improvisation, narrative, abstract, etc. So this week we're doing improvisation, and we continued to experiment with different things, and then we went on to abstract, which I like abstract more because you can do different things and different movements. And I really got into this, and this was good because improvisation is a weakness of mine, but I really actually quite enjoyed it. And then we went on to do our Lamone routine, our Lamone technique, which we had filmed for like the first time, and my Lamone routine was just a complete train wreck. I usually do it very well, not very well, but to a better standard of what I did it at. And oh, bless me, sorry. And I was really disappointed at looking at myself, like when I looked back at it, and there'll be a video underneath of it, unfortunately. And I was really quite disappointed with myself because Lamone is quite freely movement. There is technique in there, don't get me wrong, but it's more free, you can do more with it and it's more relaxed. And it's shown in the routine that I'm quite stiff and I'm not flowing through my movements, which isn't good. And then we went on to Cunningham, and I instantly saw the difference between Lamone and Cunningham, and I knew why we were doing it. Cunningham is very controlled and it's very technical movements. Yeah, so we did Cunningham and we got taught this really short phrase, and I just struggled with it, and it was so hard because you were pulling on your turnout constantly and like tightening all your muscles just so you could control a movement. And it was bizarre. I mean, you can definitely tell the difference between Lamone and Cunningham now. Well, I can. Lamone's more easier, and you're free to add your own twist to the movements, whereas Cunningham, it's set. Cunningham, I find, is a lot like ballet, and it's very set in the way it's done, and it's very difficult to do, and it's just so hard, Cunningham. I did enjoy doing the phrase, and the phrase will be underneath, and to be fair, the phrase wasn't too bad for a first attempt, but it obviously needs a lot more work doing on it. It's just so much harder than Lamone. So my strengths of the session were being able to pick up a new practitioner and being able to understand the differences between Lamone technique and Cunningham technique. My weakness was that my Lamone technique just completely went out the window and I completely forgot the routine, so that wasn't good. My area for improvement, my area for development is to keep going over Cunningham technique, but also not neglect Lamone technique, because I really need to work on that to ensure that it's embedded in my movement memory. My target for next session is to have become more comfortable with Cunningham, but also still be rehearsing my Lamone technique. And that concludes this blog.